Let's begin. My PC is a little bit slow. Not really sure why. I think it's because of OBS, because OBS makes my PC very slow. So today we're going to be discussing XAUUSD, which is gold, and we're going to be touching on the setups which you can use to trade gold at support and resistance levels, right? And I'm going to show you everything that you need to focus on and everything that you need to understand in order for you to be able to use this kind of setup. So what we're going to do, we're going to start with the hypothetical example here, which I just drew out for you guys. So basically what you need to observe on the higher time frame, right? You need to observe a previous high, because basically you would be coming from an area like this, and then maybe price taps into a certain resistance level or takes out a previous high with this move. So you need to pay attention to this higher low, this higher high, and then the higher low right here on the higher time frame, right? So basically you can see here we took out this high with this move, and then we took out this low. This is on the higher time frame, and then from there, after price trades lower, usually what we expect to see price trading into these zones right here. We expect to see it in an area of a premium in order for us to be able to take sales from there. But it's not all the time where price would come back into these areas, depending on which time frame that you're on. But since our observation here would be on the high time frame, so this is the high time frame setup. So exactly at the level, exactly at the higher low right here, this is where your resistance is going to be. And you also need to be able to know how to judge whether it's going to respond the way you want at this resistance level and not trade any higher into these zones, right? So what you need to pay attention to is the setups that price forms here, right? If price comes into this area and does a move like that and then trades lower and then maybe trades like this, I wouldn't be interested in taking any sell if it does retrace, right? Because price can use this two highs here as liquidity and then trade higher into those areas and then retrace, and then it would look like this stop hunt break of structure. But I'll just show you that example in a minute. Hold on. So what you need to see, price trading into this area, make a low, take out this previous first zone right here, and then trade lower. And then you want to see it creating inducement, and then your sell zone would be here, right? Your sell zone would be there, and then you take your sell, right? Simple as that. So what you want to avoid, moves like this. If price trades into this area with this move, trades lower, and then fails to take out this previous high, this is what you need to avoid, right? Why? Because price can easily just trade higher like that to take out this previous high, right? And then it would look like this right now. It would look like a break of structure. It would look like a break of structure right there, and then this would be a stop hunt, and price can easily just come back here and then continue trading higher. Can just simply continue trading higher like that, right? Can just simply continue trading higher using this setup, and then the entry zone could possibly be somewhere around here, right? You want to avoid this kind of behavior around this resistance level, right? Because this would mean that price may go higher for a sell zone which is above this resistance level right here, may go higher and react from this level, right? This is what you want to avoid. So let's go to the live charts. Maybe I should just remove all the drawings so that I can be able to show you everything. So basically what we saw was that price took out this high right here. I took out that high, and then from there it broke the structure right here. After breaking the structure, remember that this is now your resistance level, right? You can decide to look at it using line charts if this would make it easy for you to see these levels, right? at least at this point we had a bit of consolidation. So maybe that's one thing that we need to add in as the rules of using this method, right? So have a little bit of consolidation right there, and then we wait for price to react to this resistance level right here, and then it needs to show us, although right now you can see using the line chart this is not what we want to see, but when we use the candlesticks we'll all see it properly. We'll all see it properly using the candlesticks. Right now we just want to see where the bodies of the candles are so that we can be able to see the resistance level. So after we mark up this area, we just wait for price to react. So we can see that we made this high right here, we traded lower, we came back, we took it out, and then this is now your QM pattern after we break below this low, right? I'm gonna zoom in just to show you. So we made this high, we came back to take it out right here, we then broke the structure right there. So what we need to pay attention to is the inducement levels, right, that price makes. Initially we had this one, price traded above it and then traded lower to take out this low, and then we created this one, price traded above it and then traded lower to take out this low, right? This is basically what price is doing, but it's still basic engineering liquidity, right? We take out a high with this one, we trade lower to take out a low, and then we took out this high with this move, we trade lower to take out this low. Right now we traded above this high right here, and then we traded, after trading above this high, we then traded low to take out this low, right? But my main target for this one is actually this low. So for now we might get a bit of a retracement in these zones right here. Not really sure how next week is going to be like, but we might get support from these levels and then trade higher to get a move somewhere in here, maybe a sell, maybe a sell right there. So basically going back to what we discussed, right, because the idea is for you to be able to get this sell, right? We took out a high time frame high, and then we broke the structure here, and then we tapped into the resistance level the first time, and then the second time took out this high. That's the initial tap, right? And then we broke the structure. So our sell zone is going to be here. This is going to be our sell zone. This is where we need to pay attention, right? This is our sell zone. So you need to refine your sell zone in order for you to be able to get smaller stops. So refining your sell zones require you to go to lower time frames. So you can see on the 1 hour, and go to the 30 minute, you can still be able to refine your sell zone. At least if you can get maybe 10 to 15 pips stop loss, then you're good. No need for you to be greedy. This is around 30 pips, which is still not bad because you're trading gold. This is not your USD. So you can either decide to adjust this area to this lower level right there, if that's what you'd be interested in doing. So let's see. Just want to quickly see how far we would have refined, because I don't think there's any new levels here. There was an imbalance above this area. If you look closely, price never really tapped into this M3 order block, so this could be your possible sell zone right here. So let's check the stop loss range. If it's 10 to 15 pips or 20 pips, then it's good. This 20 pips exactly. So you can decide to sell from this area with your stops above here, right? With your stops above that level, and then you just hold it, just hold the trade. So entry right there, stop loss above the level. As you can see, this initial tap never really broke any structure because we traded above this high. We never really broke below it, so the market came back to take out this high. We broke the structure somewhere around here, and then after breaking the structure right here, we traded back into this zone. I don't really like the orange color. I'm gonna change it. I was just marking up the resistance levels. So traded back into the zone right here. Damn, what are you doing, bro? Traded back into this resistance level right here. So you can either take your second saw right there, with your stop loss above, which is probably around 20 pips as well. So let me just quickly change the color right here. I want to make it gray. Don't really like this color. Don't really like the, what's this? I don't really like this orange color. Makes it look weird. So let's go to the M15. Just to show you the targets. Initial target, you should have targeted below this low because you saw the behavior of what price does when it trades above an old high. So this one here as well, targets right there. But for now, since we are close to the support area, you can just mark them up like that. The entry right there. So this is basically a short video of how to use support and resistance level. Support tends to resistance. And one important thing which I forgot to mention, like you need to understand how price turns support into resistance, right? Initially this level was an area of support, right? Because we had a lot of consolidation around this area, right? You can see price held around this area for a long time and then shot higher. When it came back here, it tried to go higher, it failed, and then we broke below this level and then made this initial tap. After we broke below this low, right, we made this initial tap, and then after that we traded lower, we made this low, we then came back above the initial tap. So after we come back above this initial tap, this is what it's gonna look like, right? This is the initial tap right here. We traded lower and then we traded higher, and then after we break below here, this is now a QM. This is now when the market starts to go into a sell structure, which started from this high, right? But now since we're at an area of support, we need to see price showing us that it's still going to continue lower by failing to create buy setups, right? Because if price was to do this and then trade lower and then do this, I wouldn't be interested in selling around this level. Even if we broke below this low, I wouldn't be interested in selling above this level, because maybe on a lower time frame there could be a buy setup here, and this would be a stop hunt, and then price may continue going higher into an area of premium, right? So this is what you want to see. You want to see price making the initial tap, trading lower, and then taking that first high out and then breaking the structure. And then you just wait for price to create levels of inducement, and then you get into your sell, right? You get into your sell. So this is basically what I wanted to share with you guys, and hopefully it's helpful, and you can be able to use it in the coming week in your trading. So with that said, I'll see you guys on Monday. So this is just gold in a nutshell. Let's fucking go. Come on, bruv. I wanna stop the video.